Recording in progress.
Morning, everyone. This is our strength training class. So we'll be lifting today. I see many of you here. Appreciate you showing up. This is week 8 already. This is our second session of the week for this class. So after today, for this specific class, which is our strength training class, we only have 4 more sessions. We have next week, Tuesday, Thursday, and then the following week, Tuesday, Thursday, and that's it for the summer. Next time we will have a Tuesday, Thursday class. Probably won't be until next summer because in the spring and in the fall, we only meet on Mondays and Wednesdays. Okay, so with that being said, we have a strength workout today. We'll do our warm-up. We'll do our workout. We'll hit full body workout today. Tomorrow we do have, if you're with me, we do have another lifting class on Friday and Saturday, but that's a bit lighter compared to this one. So if you have your dumbbells nearby, have them ready to go. If you have multiple sets of dumbbells, that'd be great, so we could use all of them. But expect to do upper body, lower body, and we're probably gonna go upper body, arms. I think just upper body and lower body. So we're probably gonna focus on supersets of 2 movements, so we could get more supersets going on. Because when we break them up into giant sets of 3 exercises, sometimes it does slow things down. So we're gonna do supersets. So that means that our muscle groups will have a little bit less time to recover, which is good if we're trying to stress them and if we're trying to grow them. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin with our left to right neck stretch. Right here. So stretching out our neck. Up and down. Did you folks see the England-Argentina game? That was crazy. It's only a couple more games.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Kathleen, I was waiting for you to say something. Yeah, that was wild. The last 5 minutes was pretty epic. So up and down. Let's do our neck circles. The France and Spain game was pretty good too. It wasn't as good as yesterday's game. France seemed to not be as aggressive as the last few games, but that's how it goes sometimes. There's some teams that you could tell they switch. They get their foot off the gas when they have a, I guess a team with a little bit more prestige or more experience in these tournaments, and it looked like that's what France did with Spain. But yeah, after that game, I went on a run. This year, Snow Angels. Went on a run in the afternoon. It was pretty warm. It was probably like in the mid 80s, maybe high 80s, and I was sweating a lot more than usual, which is totally normal. And the goal was to kind of adapt to the warm weather because I have that race next weekend. I'm actually going to be doing that today again, trying to run around 11 o'clock or so. So with that being said, let's bring our right arm across. I was sweating a lot more than usual, which meant that there was more, I guess, friction on my clothes because there's sweat. So what happened is I got a blister on my middle left toe, my middle toe on my left foot. I got a blister underneath it. Let's switch. I got it right under like the knuckles area, and I popped it, but it seems to like still be separating from the skin. So anyways, I'm barefoot because I'm trying to let it breathe a little bit. I've had previous blisters where I wrap them up or put a bandage over them to avoid that friction, and it just makes the let's reach up towards the ceiling, lean left to right, and it makes the blister more, I guess, moist and more, I guess, susceptible to be stripped or making it worse. So yeah, so I'm just, hopefully today's run doesn't make it worse. I gotta wear some socks that are blister preventative. So we'll see. I'm hoping it just kind of subsides a bit. All right, let's go ahead and do trunk rotations. So Carmen, I was looking to the information you sent me about the flushing. What's the actual term?
Uh-huh.
What's the first word though? It's flushing. What?
Oh,
Node. What was it? Lymph flushing, right? Or
lymphatic flush.
lymphatic flush. Yeah. So Carmen sent me some information. Lymphatic flush, which is our lymph nodes. They're throughout our body. Let's do our ab circles. So a lot of that information is, your lymph nodes. That's areas. I believe there's some here by your throat, by your armpits, by your belly, by your knee, by your hip area. There's 6 of them, 6 areas. So anyways, if you activate those areas and are mobile with them, the idea is that it's going to flush out that cells, kind of like just things that your body, that is pretty much cellular waste that collects around those areas. And if you're kind of activate those areas or are active in those areas, then you flush them out of your system. So I was looking into it, looking into some videos on how to do that. And let's go ahead and do our big hula hoops. And actually, what I found is that we're already doing some of those movements. So this is actually one of them. So it's just being mobile around this area, but it's a lot of mobility, it looks like. So I don't know, Carmen, did you see stuff like that? Like a lot of mobile, like different movements?
Yes,
Okay.
and you are doing quite a few of them.
Right, yeah, so when I
doing-
saw this one, I was like, hey, we do that one. So this is one of
Yes.
them. One was like this, and then doing this motion too.
Mhm.
I know I saw one for the arms that it was kind of like doing this.
Yes.
There was a trunk rotation, but it was with your arms being loose. So it was like this. You almost like act like a dummy, and like your arms are just loose. Let's go ahead and do our quad stretch. But anyways, I think I'll be doing more research on that, and then maybe I'll be adding some of that stuff, I think, to our mobility and flexibility class.
Oh,
So,
wonderful.
yes,
That
so-
would be great. I have been doing for a few days,
mhm.
and I already feel the difference.
Yeah. So we'll incorporate that, and yeah, I thought it was gonna be something completely new, but I think about like a third of the movements that I saw, we already do, and the ones that I think I may add for mobility and flexibility or a stretching class are just gonna add on to some of the movements that we have already. But it's nothing like crazy, and it's stuff that like makes sense, like the shoulder movement. I can't remember them all, but it's a lot of like active stretching, pretty much, range of motion.
I think that for me, the most important part for the group is for people to know
Hip openers.
what they are doing
Yeah.
those exercises. What's the purpose of it?
Right. Yeah, and with the lymphatic flushing, it's the ridding of the waste, the cellular waste, or that's pretty much what it comes down to. And not just that, but it's also, they didn't really talk about the joint health, but the more of like getting rid of the cellular waste. But that joint health is for sure a plus in there. So I think one that I saw was like the lady or the guy was just, again, it looks funny, but it's just a lot of like movements going on, and it's different, but it's also mobility, so we could add that in there. Like even this is activating the lymph node in your inner hip. So let's go ahead and do our hamstring stretch. So drop your hips down, grab your ankles, extend at the knees. 2 more. Last one. Alright, and last one is our deep squat. So wide stance, drop down, hips down, or here, and then shift left to right. Alright, and rise. So let's go ahead and grab your dumbbells. Have that ready and accessible. Have your water nearby as well. So let's do that. Give you a minute to find those items. Starting in about 30 seconds. All right. So again, we're going supersets, so 2 movements. We're gonna do each superset twice, 2 different rounds. Okay, and we're gonna try to get the most out of our movements so we could work out as many of our muscle groups. I'm going to try and avoid some of the movements that we will be doing on Friday and Saturday. Maybe not the Saturday ones because we might do some from today, but at least for tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to avoid some of like the easier looking ones, okay? So first we'll go ahead and start off with our back. So we'll go ahead and do a rested bent over row right here. So we're gonna do both sides. We're gonna go for 12 on each side. Okay, and then for our legs, we're gonna go ahead and do sumo squats. So dumbbells here, drop down, and that's gonna target our hamstrings and our glutes, okay? Those are our movements right now. Remember, those both lifts are activating large muscle groups. So if you have heavier dumbbells or even a kettlebell, you might want to have that one nearby because those muscle groups are able to handle that load, okay? All right, so again, brace yourself. You could have a chair nearby. I like the chair over the table. The table just seems a little bit too high. So again, brace yourself, back is fixed, and begin. So 1, 2, elbow to your side, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, you come back, adjust, switch, support, again, and left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Alright, very good. That's our first set. 30 seconds rest in between. I gotta drink some water because I know this run is not gonna be comfortable. It's gonna make me sweat a lot. All right. Next, sumo squats. So for this one, I would recommend holding both dumbbells. Okay. So both dumbbells, you could grab them by the handles, or you could just grab them by the head of the dumbbell. So we're wide, and again down. Pause for half a second, then back up, and we're doing 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, exhale. 10, 2 more. 11, last one, and 12. All right, so, all right, take 40 seconds rest, and we're gonna repeat that circuit a second time. All right, reminder tomorrow, if you're with me, tomorrow we're meeting at 8, okay? So Friday and Saturday, we shifted our 10 a.m. class to 8 a.m. just to avoid the heat a little bit. We have 3 weeks remaining, so kind of voted on that. It seemed like most people were okay with that schedule change. So remember, tomorrow it's at 8 o'clock, and we're going to start off with our balance class at 8, okay? The 9 o'clock will be our lighter lifting session. All right, let's go ahead. Grab your dumbbells, and your one dumbbell. Doing our second set of our bent over rows. We're here, and 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Just collect yourself, other side, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Alright, very good. Oof. Have our sumo squats next. Yeah, there's gonna be the third place game. Pretty sure it's either gonna be on Saturday, but that should be England and France, but I don't know. It's kind of very uneventful game.
Sunday at noon.
Sunday at noon? Let's go wide. And down. So both games are on Sunday, Kathleen?
No, there's only one final. Sunday at noon.
Yeah, but they have don't they have like a third place like game?
Oh yes. I'm not sure when that is.
Yeah. Might be Saturday for that one.
I'm not interested in that one.
Exactly, yeah. It's like, who's gonna watch that? Whoever wins or loses is gonna be nonchalant about that victory or loss. I wouldn't be surprised if they play like their bench guys, you know, give them a chance to participate. Two more. All right. Very good. All right, so we targeted.
But not if there's money involved.
Exactly, yeah, that's true. If there's like a bonus or something, I'm sure there is. So I'm sure FIFA will do something to make the game a little bit more exciting. So the next one, we're gonna go ahead and use our chair. So we already hit our back, hamstrings, and glutes. So this next one, I'm gonna give you two options, okay? We've done this a while back, and I've only liked this version if you're comfortable with your balance and if you're doing it properly, okay? So this is called a Bulgarian split squat. I like this one a lot because it really targets your quad. So from your knee to your hip, it targets that area. But there's also a risk of not feeling safe on it because of just the nature of the position, okay? So what I mean by that, I'll demonstrate. We're gonna sit towards the front of the chair, okay? So I'm not back here, I'm sitting towards the front. I'm gonna extend my feet, okay? So where my heels are at, that's gonna be the position where my feet should be, okay? So I'm gonna go, just take this right step back, leave that foot where it should be, come here, and then my right leg, I'm gonna place it on the chair, and I'm gonna go down, and then up, and down. If you're a little bit more advanced, you would have a dumbbell either here or at your sides, okay? So that's gonna be our first movement. Our second movement, using the chair, we'll take advantage. We'll do shoulder press right here as well. We'll do 12 of those, okay? If you do not want to do the Bulgarian split squats that are here, what I want you to do is going to be a static lunge, which is you just do a staggered position and you're going to go up and down. It's just not going to give that quad the same stretch as the chair would, okay? So again, if you are going to use the chair, make sure that that chair is not going to slide from behind you. Don't use a chair that has wheels. Make sure that it's locked into place, okay? Alright, so we're going to be doing 10 on each leg, okay? Alright, so again, getting in position, standing where my foot is, reaching back, and I'm doing 10. So going down, and then straight up. 1, 2, 3. Definitely a balance component to it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, just gonna shake the legs off a little bit. Shake them. Now I'm gonna go left leg back, so remember, just make sure you're safe. My feet are pretty much, it's the top part of my toes that are resting on the chair. Okay, so I'm not bent. If you see my leg, it's a little bit more relaxed. Alright, so 10 there, so again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, very good. I think this is where my flat feet give me an advantage. It's on that one. Alright, how did that feel? Did anyone like those? Give me a thumbs up if you like them.
I got a little cramped, but that's didn't last.
You okay? Alright,
Yeah.
and then, is there someone that just didn't like those, won't do them ever again? Let me know. Okay. Because trust me, sometimes I've run into things that look interesting and I'm like, yeah, let's try it. And then they're like, no, never again. Doris, how was that? Saw you go unmuted for a second. Alright, we're gonna go with the shoulder press. Let's come back here. So yeah, so if that just felt uncomfortable, you didn't like it, then try the static staggered lunge next time, okay? We're gonna do a second round after this one. So we're here, we're gonna go dumbbells, not completely next to our, horizontal here, but maybe about 15, 20 degrees forward. Press up, exhale, inhale, those dumbbells come low. They should be making contact with your shoulder. Exhale, inhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doing 12 of these. 9. If you can. If not, then settle for 10, 11, and 12. Very good. Give yourself a little bit, minute, and we're gonna go back to the Bulgarian split squats. Okay. So yeah, that was one of the lifts that when I was lifting for the last 5 years and I was doing a leg workout, that lift was always there, and I never missed it. So other movements I would switch. I would switch squats sometimes because squats would give me pain in my hip joint, but the Bulgarian split squats, I always felt like I got a good movement out of that. So all right, so if that first round of the Bulgarian split squats felt comfortable, you liked it, you feel like you kind of got the form down, then you could try holding a dumbbell if you want. If not, then just go body weight again. Okay, so let's get in position. I'm gonna go here, leg back, and then begin. So 10 on each leg. I have my dumbbell here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm gonna switch. Right leg back and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Sit down. Gonna do the shoulder press next. The following set will probably be on the floor. Okay, so just keep that in mind. We'll have our yoga mats ready for our final third set. All right, let's go ahead. Come here and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Alright, so main muscle groups that we still need to target are our chest. So we'll do that on the floor with push-ups. And then we're also gonna do a little bit of glute bridges. There's one that I want to try. We'll give it a shot, and you folks tell me if you like it or not. But it's gonna be a modified glute bridge. Okay, so let's get your yoga mats. Set them up. So we have push-ups, and the movement that I want to try before I start with the push-ups, it's going to be a glute bridge, but with the chair. You guys are probably like, what is he doing to us? Why do we need a chair for a glute bridge? So for this one, you're resting here. You're pretty much stabbing your heels into the edge of the chair, and you're going to come up and down, okay? If that's easy enough, then you're gonna raise one foot and do up and down. That's already challenging for me on my left one. Right one's a little bit more stable, but on this first time that we're doing this, I think I'm gonna start here. Hips up and hips down, okay? So we'll be doing those plus push-ups, okay? All right, so push-ups first. Remember, you can do knee-assisted push-ups. The wider your arms are away from each other, the more you're going to use your chest, the closer they are the more you're gonna use your arms and your shoulders. For this set, I'd like for you to be a little bit wider than more narrow, okay? Because I do want to target the chest a little bit more. All right, so we're gonna do 8 to 12 of these, whatever you're comfortable with. Ready? And begin. Very good. 10 to 12. Set your chair up. And again, if that one just seems ridiculous, you don't want to try it, remember, the one we always do is here, sit-up position, hips off the ground. And already I could tell this one, the one on the chair, will activate the glutes a little bit more, okay? So, alright, so get that chair nearby if you have it. Otherwise, you could do the sit-up position one. We're here and begin. So, squeeze a second, then down, squeeze, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, oof, up, down. Hamstrings are definitely waking up. Up, down, 3 more, up, down, 11, up, down, last one, up, and down. Woo! All right. That one. How do we feel about that one? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Give me a broken heart if you don't. I think there's a broken heart emoji if you don't like it. Alright, I'm seeing thumbs up. So yeah, so that one, I feel like it does more, right? It does more than like the regular floor ones. So, I learned that one. I was listening to, I started listening to podcasts a little bit more, especially on my runs. Like, I could, sometimes I'm running with music and I'm like, I could be learning stuff too during these like hour or 2 hour runs. So I was listening to one on trail running, and I've always had issues with my hamstrings. And this coach, he's been running for so many years, and he's always had hamstring issues. And he said once he started doing those a couple years ago, that hamstring susceptibility of getting injured reduced significantly. So crossing my fingers because I've always had hamstring issues. So, all right, push-ups. Second round. Remember, a little bit wider. And begin. 10 to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome, very good. Whew. All right, we got our second rounds of our hamstring stretch. And some people just do this to recover their legs when they've had a long day and they want to reduce swelling or elevate their legs. So, all right, here we go. Ready? So 12, and begin. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, Halfway there. Up. Hamstrings are getting tired. 7. Woo! These last 4 not gonna feel too great. 9. 10. Oh, I'm falling apart. 11. And 12. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Can't remember the last time I had one set, like, after 2 sets, just make me feel like my wheels are gonna fall off. Was anyone about to cramp on that one? I felt like if I did 3 more, I wasn't gonna go on my run later. Oh. Alrighty. So we did target pretty much every large muscle group in our body right now. The only one I want to add in right now, it's just going to be one movement. We'll do 2 sets. I want to save the arms for tomorrow, but we'll do good mornings for our lower back. Okay, so we're going to hold the weight here. Slight bend at the knees, but we're hinging at the hip. And then back up. Okay, that's going to be our last one. Okay, we'll take 30 seconds rest and then we'll do another one. So another thing, if whatever day we're lifting, it could be on the warm-up, it could be 10 minutes into the workout, if at any point your back ever, especially that lower back, just feels funny or like you feel a little pinch, please, please, please just call it a day. Do not be stubborn and be like, I'm just gonna push through it. I've had countless workouts where I'm just, I'm telling myself, just be tougher, like you're stronger than this, and then I'm hurting for the next 2 months. Okay, so in case I bring that up, because this area is targeting our lower back, so future workouts or even now, if you feel anything on that lower back, just call it. Even if you're 5 minutes into your workout and you feel disappointed you're not working out, just skip that workout and avoid a month or 2 months of pain. All right, so feet together, hinge at the hip, and back straight, and then up. So remember, I'm here, my back is straight. 2. You might feel that on the hamstring as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna go for 10 on these. 9 and 10. Rest. Oh. One more. We'll save the cool down for the next class, which is our stretching class. So we'll stretch on the next one. I gotta go make my my electrolytes drink. I like drinking it like an hour before my run, because I actually feel like it's going everywhere it needs to. Sometimes, when you're drinking it as you're running or 5 minutes before you go on your walk or on your run, I feel like it's, I don't know, it might be mental, but I just feel like it doesn't get evenly distributed. So I like food especially. I don't like eating right before. I feel like I'm gonna cramp up. So, all right, second set. Good mornings. Number 10, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, folks. that should do it for today's workout class. How's everyone feeling? Did a couple new lifts. Did we like those? I think those checked off the good spots. So yeah, I like those too. All right, so